guys, today I have for you this glitter winged eyeliner that I created using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter liner. This one is in the shade Midnight Cowboy. I really like it because it is very easy to use, very easy to apply, and it does not burn my eyes. So hope you enjoy watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and tag me on Instagram if you recreate this look. I'm pretty sure it is very easy to achieve. And let's go ahead and get dolled up. I'm going to begin by priming my eyelid using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade number 20. And I'm going to be applying this all over my lid and then going to set it with my contouring palette from Wet n Wild with that banana shade. And then I'm going to be using a blending brush, and I'm going to be using my new Master palette by Mario, and I'm going to be using the Lula shade just as a transition shade on my crease. I'm going to be buffing this out as much as I can. All the shades, I'm going to be going back and forth with the same blending brush. I'm going to use the brush that comes with the palette, and I'm going to use the shade Violeta, and I'm going to be applying this right on my crease. I want to define my crease even more, and I'm going to be going back and forth with a blending brush. I'm using this dual-ended brush just to define my crease and then buff it out over and over again. I'm going to go again with that Morphe brush. This one is the E23 brush, and I'm going to be buffing that out. I'm going to use now the Studio Makeup palette, and I'm going to use those two shades, the brown and the black, because I want this to be a smoky eye, and I'm going to be defining my crease back and forth, just layering all these shades all together. I wasn't too sure if I wanted a dark brown on my lid, or I just wanted kind of like a wash. And that's basically what I did, because I concentrated most of the eyeshadow on the outer corner of my eye, and then I just dragged it in all over my lid without going to my inner corner. That's what I avoided at all costs, because I don't want my eye to look too small or too close down. I went ahead and applied a little bit of that black eyeshadow, mixing it again with the brown because I don't want it to be super black, but I did mix those two. Then using the shimmery champagne color, I went ahead and highlighted my brow bone, and then going back again to buff that out just so it can be well blended. I picked up this tiny brush. This one is a synthetic brush from Morphe, one of the brush sets that I have, and I picked up ColourPop Blaze. And I also, this one is basically to put a base on the winged eyeliner that I'm going to be creating. So I used a little bit of tape, and just as I were to, you know, do a normal wing with a cream eyeliner, I just went ahead and used this eyeshadow. I like this eyeshadow because it's very creamy. I wish I could have picked it up with my fingers, but you know, I had to be very precise. And that I did before going to with the Heavy Metal by Urban Decay. This one is a lot more precise, so it's a lot better, but I just wanted for the sparkles and the glitter to be very pigmented, and that's why I went ahead and put that Blaze right before that glitter liner with Urban Decay. So pretty much I would wait a little bit to dry, and then I would apply another coat, and just kind of playing around with the glitter just to make sure it's pigmented and I'm not removing the product as well. And this, of course, you can go as thick as you want or as thin as you want. I went ahead and did a little bit thicker in the end, but it's nice because you can play around with it. Then I went ahead and primed my face using the MakeupForever Step 1 Equalizer, the smoothing one, and I combined my Urban Decay and my Becca Radiant Skin foundations, and I just dotted it all over my face. And this was the very first time that I used a brush to apply my foundation. I used the E31 by Morphe, and it wasn't really my favorite thing to do with the brush. Maybe it's the foundation, maybe it's just not for me. I went ahead and used the Real Technique sponge, and just I just didn't want for it to be streaky. And then I concealed using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade number 20. I highlighted my forehead, also the bridge of my nose, under my nose, and on my chin. Then I went ahead and set it using the same banana powder, and I used another Morphe brush, the E34, to set it, which I really liked. And then I went ahead and used a tiny pencil brush. This one is the E36 by Morphe. And I used basically those same shades that I used on my crease. And then just a tiny bit of that black eyeshadow just on the outer corner of my eye, just to kind of smoke it out a little bit more. Then I highlighted with the same Studio Makeup shimmery shades. These are eyeshadows, but I really like them because I can highlight pretty much my whole face. I used a contouring brush. This one I believe is the E16 from Morphe. And I used it to contour my nose using the NYX Contouring Palette. Then I went ahead with and blended a little bit with a fluffier brush, and then going back again with that sponge from Real Techniques. I also contoured my face using the Morphe E48, and I used the same NYX palette just to kind of frame my face, put a little bit on my hairline and right there on the hollows of my cheeks, and also of course defining my jawline. I bronzed up using the same palette just to kind of warm up my face. Going back again with the Real Techniques sponge, I never skip this step. Always at the end I just go all over it. And then I used this e.l.f. blush palette, and I want to say I used a little bit of everything because I wasn't too sure on what to use. And then I went ahead and used that same shimmery eyeshadow from the Studio Makeup palette that I received in my BoxyCharm like 3-4 months ago. I love it as a highlighter. I think it's very unique. I don't have anything like it, so I think it complements this look very well. And I used a fan brush to highlight. I also highlighted my forehead right there, just wherever the light reflects. I kind of wanted to be very glowy this time. On the bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow. For my lips, I wanted to do something bright, so I picked up this Wet n Wild Mega Last lipstick in the shade Read My Mind. But I thought it was too orange, so I picked up Havana Nights by Ofra and Kathleen Lights, and this is how I finished the look. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy holidays.